France is heading toward a catastrophe in the 2026 World Cup. This isn't a prediction, it's a mathematical certainty. Behind the scenes, the locker room is in ruins and Deschamps' tactical scheme has become an obsolete relic against the speed of modern football. I've analysed the raw data, so the kind the media hides from you, and the truth is brutal. This team is collapsing from within, and the reason is right in front of your eyes. You think they're favourites? You're dead wrong. Look at the reality. First, the physical decline in the midfield. The numbers are undeniable. France is consistently losing the battle for intensity in critical zones. They don't press anymore. They endure. They don't control the tempo. They chase the ball against teams like Germany or Brazil. The speed deficit will be fatal. This isn't about individual talent. It's about a broken system. A system that has aged and stiffened under the weight of its own past success. Next, the management of Kylian Mbappé. It has become a tactical poison that unbalances the entire bloc. The game revolves around one man at the expense of collective balance. The team has become predictable, readable and easy to counter. Opponents have already analysed the footage. They know exactly where to press, to cut off passing lanes. They know that if you lock down the left flank, France goes dark. Trap is closing. Every opponent now has the blueprint to neutralise this fragile squad. Elimination isn't just a possibility, it is the final destination. The players are disconnected. The passing circuits are broken. Pride has replaced tactical discipline. Look at their faces during recent matches. That isn't calmness, it's confusion. They know they aren't at the level, yet they try to keep up appearances. Fans are clinging to illusions, but the data doesn't lie. The pressing is disorganised, the central defence is slow, and the offensive transition is sluggish. The fire that carried them to the top is gone. Why does no one admit this? Because the name France still carries the weight of history. But in 2026, football doesn't live on memories. It lives on dynamism and aggression. On those fronts, France is finished. They're slow to react, slow to recover. Modern football demands a fluidity they no longer possess. It's the end of a cycle, a brutal end, signalled by every misplaced pass and every lost duel. Look at the preparation matches. The chaos is already there. Deschamps is searching for answers, tinkering with systems, but it's too late. Automatisms aren't built in 10 days. The group is divided, egos are clashing, and the media pressure is unbearable. But they are alone with their destiny, and that destiny is a historic collapse. No one wants to write it, no one wants to say it, but France is a giant with feet of clay in this tournament. The problem is structural. The bench depth is non-existent, creating a massive gap during the final minutes. When the score is tight, Deschamps finds no solutions on the sidelines. The fear of losing has replaced the desire to win. That fear paralyses their feet. The fear of failure has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Every mistake early in the game becomes a mental burden the team can never shake off. The midfield, once the lungs of this team, is now a void. The gaps between the lines are too wide, providing boulevards for opponents to build their attacks. There is no compactness. The press, which was France's strength in 2018, is now a joke. It's uncoordinated, lacking conviction, exposing the defence to lethal counterattacks. The fullbacks, often isolated, are overrun by fast wingers exploiting the spaces left by a static defence. Emotional control is absent. At the slightest difficulty, the team fragments. Visible frustration between players. Communication is broken, and when communication breaks on a football pitch, defeat becomes inevitable. It's not just tactical, it's human. The group has lost its soul. This team is no longer a unit, it is a collection of individuals stepping on each other's toes. Every match is now a mountain to climb in boots that are too heavy. The weight of expectations has become unbearable. They play not to lose when they should be playing to impose their style. But what is their style in 2026? Nobody can say. They're in the fog, waiting for an individual miracle that won't always come. Are you looking for the reason for their future fall? It lies in the refusal to renew, in maintaining a system that no longer protects anyone. If you want to understand why a miracle is impossible this time, pay attention to every detail of their first match. It all starts with a mistake no one wants to see, a mistake that will repeat until the final implosion. And when the curtain falls, you will finally understand why it was all inevitable. The fall of the Blues is underway, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop it. This is the brutal reality the football world refuses to face, but that we here can no longer ignore. This descent into hell is documented. The defensive gaps against fast transitions are glaring. Adversaries aren't afraid anymore. They walk onto the pitch knowing they can win. The myth of French invincibility is dead. In its place is a worrying vulnerability. The tournament will be ruthless. Mistakes will not be forgiven. France, with its gaping flaws, is not equipped to handle the impact. 10 days left before kick-off aren't enough to erase 2 years of doubt and poor decisions. The decline is deep, rooted in the current DNA of this selection. Prepare to see France exit the scene sooner than expected, in general incomprehension, but with implacable logic, the cycle is over.